Howdy folks, thanks for stopping in at Big Mook's Forge. In today's video, I'll be preparing for my next match in the Mordheim YouTube League. Now I've finished with my second match, which I won, and now it's time to reap the rewards. Now if you missed it, use the link in the top right hand corner to check it out. If you caught the match on Saturday, you'll likely recognize these slides I included from the conclusion of my match with Darren as a recap of the summary screens. Now as you can see, there's a lot of work to be done on each character. I'm looking forward to the improvements I'll be able to make before facing Morjax and his dastardly Skaven Warband. Now don't forget, if you have any questions or suggestions, I'd be glad to hear them. Now, let's get to it.
Alrighty. Shows 3-1, but that's because of my exhibition match with, my unintentional exhibition match with Braskus. That last match with Darren worked out pretty good for me. I was able to complete my secondary objective. Let's I've got 38 weird stone now. Let's see. I need 75 to make my next shipment. I got 12 days. So I'm looking pretty good there. There won't be anything new in the shop, so let's go ahead and go to Warband management. Let's get our fellas paid. 29. Ouch. It's alright though. I leveled up to level 1. Warband. Not bad, not bad. Let's distribute some of these skill points. Okay, for Mr. Earp. On physical, melee resistance by 1. He's already got 6 in strength, which is going to give me 4 slots, so I'm okay with that. Let's bump his toughness up. There we go. And then he's got 1 unspent. Leadership's good, but yeah, I like the range resistance on alertness and increased initiative. I'm going to go ahead and put that there since he's at the bottom of my initiative list right now. And then the obvious choice here is weapon skill. Go ahead and apply those. Move to the next guy. Black Bart had a good night. He's going to be my dodge tank, so I'm going to throw him into agility there. And I want to get his leadership up just a touch. We're not going to go too high on that. Obvious choice here is weapon skill. We'll apply those. He was out due to injury. Alright, this guy here. I need agility on these guys because I'm always going to be looking to get them to high ground, so I need them to be able to climb. And then alertness, and then ballistic skill is the obvious choice in that one there. Alright, next, same for this guy. We need agility to climb. We're going to bump up alertness. I'm not going to put anything into leadership really, because the only time they're going to be in melee combat is when I'm trying to force an all alone on an enemy opponent, or to guard against an all alone on one of mine. So I'm not too worried about them having to pass fear tests or anything, and it might actually be to my benefit if they end up in combat having to take an all alone. If they fled, they might actually live. Whereas if they pass their test and stood their ground, they may end up getting beat down, or at least, yeah, we'll go with that. And then, like I said, obvious choice here, of course, is ballistic skill. And then we're gonna go on to this fella here. some extra dodge would really help him right now, but in the end, he's going to be wearing heavy armor, sword, and board. So I want to get him up. Let's go. We'll alternate between toughness and strength, and I'm going to start with toughness. Oh. Apparently I didn't read everything. Okay, and then I want to move him up the initiative ladder as well. I will probably alternate between leadership and alertness on him. Okay, so that's going to be all the I was hoping there would be like a level 1 warrior, but it doesn't appear that's the case. So I'm gonna buy. Oh, he's got a helmet on. Oh, that's the rank 5 guy. That's why. Yeah, there he is. All right, so I'm gonna hire another warrior. Let's get him dressed up correctly. Go to customization here. Let's fix his hair. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then, what's the other guy got? Goofy. He's got some partial plate. Okay. Go down here. There it is. And then preset number 2, I believe. Perfect. Alright. I want to give him a halberd. Actually, I don't think I have an extra one laying around. Let's find out. So, no extra halberds. So let's do this. We'll make my leader. I picked up an axe that last fight, so I'm going to give him an axe and a shield. That looks good on that. I'm going to give this guy dueling pistols. Let's go ahead and make that his primary though. So I'm going to get a +10 to my initiative to start, plus I'll be able to do some overwatch before I jump into combat, so that'll be good. And then we'll give him that halberd for melee. And then this guy's gonna have a halberd. Alright, so I need to come up with a name for this guy. Okay, we're gonna go with Curly Bill on this guy. Curly Bill. If you've watched the movie Tombstone, you'll get to see Curly Bill. There were actually 2 Curly Bills, but this Curly Bill is Curly Bill. Here, let's go ahead and put in Brocious so we get the right one. And this is the guy that was part of the Cowboys gang that Wyatt Earp was fighting. But he was a pretty nasty outlaw even before Wyatt Earp came around. So we'll call that good. Curly Bill Brocious. Alright. Now, let me just make sure everybody's squared away here. Everybody's paid. Got him equipped. You know, I could throw that 2-hander on him, but that would just increase my Warband rating by 10, and I'm not likely to use it. I don't like the additional percentage chance that the bad guys have to dodge. I got a pistol too. You know what? Let's go ahead and put that pistol on him. So we'll go here. That way I have the option to shoot. There we go. Now he looks like Wyatt Earp. Got his peacekeepers. I gave this guy the dueling pistols because he's most likely going to use them. It's going to be circumstantial whether or not he uses those pistols or not. So, yeah. That two-hander. I think I'll sit on that two-hander for a while. I might end up selling it. I've also got some armor, but I don't think these guys aren't ready. I want to get them up to where they have I can give them armor proficiency so they're not penalizing their movement so much. To do that though, I'm gonna have to get their strength up, I think, to 6. Let's just check for ha-has here. It's a passive skill. Armor proficient. Yeah, I need at least 6. But they won't be ready for skill points for a while. So that's alright.
Alright. Hopefully I can make good use of these improvements to make my warband competitive with the warbands that are building a winning record so far. Be on the lookout for the next round of matches this Saturday. That's all I've got for you folks today. I'll see y'all in the main streets of Mordheim.
You follow book.